Oh my god. My guess would be there's going to be no response to this. Everyone in the Trump admin is going to hide. He has no clue about the national security after his drunk defense secretary Pete Hegseth texted war plans to a reporter. Hegseth message goes on to state, waiting a few weeks or a month does not fundamentally change the calculus. Immediate risks on waiting. 1. This leaks and we look indecisive. 2. Israel takes action first, or Gaza ceasefire falls apart, which did happen, huh? And we don't get to start this on our own terms. We can manage both. We're preparing to execute, and if I had final go or no go vote, I believe we should. This is not about the Houthis. I see it as two things: restoring freedom of navigation, a core national interest, and reestablishing deterrence, which Biden cratered. But we can easily pause, and if we do, I will do all we can to enforce 100% OPSEC operational. Yeah, look at that. I will do all we can do to enforce 100% OPSEC. Yeah. 100% OPSEC? Yeah? 100% OPSEC, huh? Good job. Good 100% OPSEC, dipshit. God. Yeah, this should be, for at least like the next 6 months, this should be the only thing that gets asked to every single Republican senator, House member, everyone in the cabinet, every single person that steps in front of a podium or gets a microphone in their face for the next like 6 months until they've provide adequate answers about what and until your answer is yes, I believe Pete should until your answer is I believe that Pete Hegseth should resign, you need to get asked about this every day, over and over and over, every time a microphone gets near you. He wrote in his book that women were a liability in service. Putting war planes on signals seems incompetent and a liability. Yeah. Yeah, that's unhinged. Unhinged. Until every single person, every single Republican representative says that he needs to step down, needs to resign. The only question, this should be the only thing they get asked about every single time they get a microphone anywhere near them. Yeah, right? This is a crazy thing. When Trump gets asked about it, he just attacks he just attacks the publication. He thinks if he attacks the publication, then he can make it seem like it's not true. But his people, I wonder if the guy that confirmed this is going to end up getting fired. Because one of his people, one of the White House National Security advisors, already confirmed that the group chat was real. Before the story even got published. Which, immediately right then and there, you know that when he says, oh, I don't know anything about it, you know that's not true. Because someone in his administration already confirmed it was real. So inherently, the next step is you're gonna high alert for everybody involved. JD Vance, Pete Hegseth, Trump himself, they all already knew about it. Surely they would have had to have already known about it. Jesus. And also, by the way, this is worse. This response is so much worse than just being yeah, this was a colossal fuck up. He needs to throw Pete under the bus. He has to. Yeah, this is a colossal fuck up, and I'm asking for Pete's resignation. This is the worst thing I've ever seen. This is, yeah, wild behavior. All right, well, I don't think they're going to respond to this today. I don't think they're going to respond to this ever. They're going to dodge this until They're gonna dodge this until the end of time. There's no way they're talking about that. Like, they're not gonna fucking say a word about this shit. That wild behavior. One point Jeffrey Goldberg made that is really important. This is the kind of info you can only access inside a skiff. Yeah, well, yeah. Inherently. Inherently. Ugh, fucking dumbasses. Yeah, they're not gonna... I'm, like, refreshing Twitter waiting to hear about them responding to it, but, like, they're just not going to. Absolutely, they're not going to. The only response you could have to this would be to throw Pete Hegseth under the bus, and... I don't know if I can see Trump doing that. I don't know if he would. Right? Throwing Pete under the bus would inherently like make him look bad too, and he'll do anything to avoid looking bad. Literally anything. In a perfect world, the town drunk and the Secretary of Defense would be two different people. Well, not in this world. Sorry. Jesus. Alright, well. I guess moving on from that for a while. I doubt anyone's going to say anything about it. That's not going to get covered at all, I'm sure. But we do have new updates in the Trump JGG case, which is fun. This is from yesterday, and then this stuff is all from today. Order for the reasons set forth in the accompanying memorandum opinion. The court orders that 1. Defendant's 26th motion to vacate is denied. If plaintiffs wish to convert the temporary restraining order into a preliminary injunction, they shall so inform the court by March 26th. Memorandum opinion. Notice of appearance. Yeah. Notice in response. March 19th minute order. All right. Well. What's the March 19th minute order? What's he reference to? See this order. For the reasons set forth in the... Oh, it was literally just copy pasted. Okay. So there's that, and then let's look at the memorandum opinion. All right. Yikes. Fair enough. Okay. Oh, this is just going to be rehashing everything that happened. Yep, we know what happened. Let's get to the new stuff. This is, yeah, this is a straight rehash of everything. Fine. Deliver your opinion, good sir. Deliver your opinion, good sir. Holy shit. Excuse me. Conclusion. The court will deny defendant's motion to vacate the TRO. Thanks. Where does the breakdown start? My God. I'm gonna start right here. Well, we have a lot to read, but that's life. Analysis. The court starts by addressing whether it has jurisdiction to hear plaintiff's APA claims. Finding that it does, it then addresses the 4 aforementioned TRO factors, devoting the lion's share to the analysis to the likelihood of success on the merits. Okay. Defendants initially contend that because a non-citizen can contest the applicability of a proclamation under the Alien Enemies Act through a petition for a writ of habeas corpus, he can do so only through such an action. See motion to vacate at 8 through 11. According to the government, plaintiffs consequentially should have brought this challenge via habeas claims in the district of their detention, and this court has no jurisdiction over their APA claims. To be sure, judicial review of Alien Enemies Act claims has generally taken place in the context of a petition for a writ of habeas corpus. Luddick v. Watkins. Classic citation to Luddick. Kessler v. Watkins, Bauer v. Watkins. Man, Watkins was the Secretary of State at the time in 47. Motherfucker was getting sued left and right. But that fact is largely a relic of historical happenstance. In past invocations of the act, those subject to removal were also detained solely on that basis. By habeas corpus, the relator sought release from detention by the respondent, who holds him in custody as an alien enemy under an order of the Attorney General purporting to act pursuant to the Alien Enemies Act and the Presidential Proclamation. Habeas was consequentially the appropriate avenue for individuals to challenge the government's application of the act. Prior to 1952 passage of the INA, in fact, the sole means by which an alien could contest the legality of his or her deportation order was by bringing a habeas corpus action in district court. Pre-INA plaintiffs therefore naturally brought challenges under the Alien Enemies Act through habeas actions. Even so, plaintiffs have previously brought civil actions challenging their detention and removal under the Act on non-INA grounds on at least 3 occasions, and those actions were duly heard and decided by courts. In Clark, for instance, our circuit considered a consolidation appeal of 3 civil actions brought for injunction, mandatory injunction, and ancillary relief. Upon the ground that the Alien Enemies Act is repugnant to the Constitution, noting that one group of plaintiffs comprised individuals who are German nationals and who allege that they are threatened with deportation as alien enemies. The district court dismissed the complaints on the merits, and the Court of Appeals affirmed. Defendants are wrong to suggest that that habeas has historically been the exclusive remedy for individuals contesting the application of the act. Well, I mean, the logic of saying that they have to, the logic of saying that their only remedy is through a habeas claim doesn't even make sense, because none of the ACLU lawyers already confirmed way earlier in this case that none of the people in this case are challenging their detention. Plaintiffs. That was, I don't know why. The word was lost. I mean, none of the plaintiffs are challenging their detention at all. None of them. So, an habeas action, by definition, is challenging their detention, which they are not doing. So we understand. I don't need to hear the argument for. This is the argument we care about. The argument for jurisdiction is cringe and stupid. But I mean, he genuinely has to. He genuinely has to. He has to contest their claim. Their claim being that the plaintiffs should be filing like a habeas claim. He has to contend with it. If they're making the claim, he's got to contend with it somehow. He can't just like gloss over it. So I understand it's just boring and cringe and nobody cares. I keep coming back to this just to see if there's a response, but like I know there's no point. I know there's not going to be a response. I don't know why. Just like I want there to be, so I keep coming back, but there isn't going to be. They're not going to respond to this. Absolutely not. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. Oh, cringe, bro. I wonder if Brian's on it yet. You here yet, Brian? We're gonna watch it when it comes out. Release your video on it. Do it, Brian. Do it. Do it. Yeah, I don't know why he's not responding, or why Brian's not making a video about it already. Challenging lawfulness of proclamation. Ultimately, all we really care about, I really don't feel like fucking reading all this. This is what we care about. The courts deny the motion to vacate TRO. That's what we got on this. Jesus. Signal Gate. That's what we're naming it now? Sai has already named it Signal Gate. Please bring me joy and use this thread to link me right-wing cope or any other reaction to this scandal. Based. Okay. We'll bookmark Josiah's thing. He just wants to crowdsource the reactions. That's fair. Good job, Josiah. I don't know how this happened. This is wild. Wild behavior. I'm thinking about how I want to do my videos. The way I'm doing this now is I'm just reposting. I'm just reposting like my TikToks. Like I'll make a TikTok and just post the same thing to YouTube Shorts, and like I could keep doing that, I guess. What the fuck? Like I could keep doing that for sure. But I kind of want to make long form videos for YouTube too. You know what I mean? And I don't know how I want to do that. I don't know how I want to go about doing that. There's a couple options, right? So there's the classic. Hold on. Pull Obsidian over so. There's so like generally what I do on TikTok for my for my TikToks, it'll be like short. It'll either be like rebuttals to, so it's either this or this. It's that those are like the two forms of videos I make. Sorry. Yeah, these are like the two forms of things I do on like for shorts on TikTok, right? The whole like rebuttals, like conservative talking point rebuttals thing, I don't think that really works in long form. I mean, it could. You could just go like really in depth, but then I feel like platform shit carries over. Is what I'm trying to say. Like I think like if you can make a stitch or like a response to like a popular TikToker. Like that's why I do videos like replying to like older millennial, right? Because he's a pretty big conservative TikToker, right? And those will pop, but I don't think it'll have like the same effect. I don't think it would have the same effect for YouTube. Like a response video to some stupid ass older millennial point on YouTube's not gonna, that's just not, no one's gonna give a shit, right? So I think it would have to be like YouTube conservatives. But I don't even know if that's like a thing I want to do. Or it could be like like the officials themselves. Like Trump says something stupid, which he always does. Make a video breaking that down. I don't know. But I definitely want to do long form videos for YouTube. I just haven't yet because I don't know what to do. So I was gonna say, it's either like we could carry over the two things I do on TikTok, right? Could just do like a video on this current story, right? With the Hegseth drama. Like lay out what happened and then my opinion about it, I guess. I don't know. Or the other thing I was thinking is like longer breakdowns of big events. I say big events or like landmark things. Like I think this case, the JGG versus Trump case, this is going to be like a big, this is like a landmark case. It just is. This is going to be, precedent is, judicial precedent is going to be set here in this case by like how this wraps up. So like a breakdown of that would be maybe something to do. Not sure. Not sure at all. But I definitely want to start making long form videos as well. Or we just do the debate thing and then we just do the debate thing and then post debate highlights or something. I don't know. I don't know, but I definitely want to. We've been posting TikToks every day, sometimes multiple a day. And I want to hop on the long form YouTube grind too, for sure. For sure, no doubt. But yeah, whenever I want this case, like unfortunately I know that this case is gonna take forever to wrap up. Like this is gonna be this case is gonna go for a long time. But I want this to wrap up because I might make a video on like the whole thing, what happened, how it happened, the implications for the future. But I mean, we won't know the implications for the future until we get there has to be some sort of resolution here. Having this, I mean, the motion to vacate today is a big thing. Or the denial of the motion to vacate is a big thing. Like, the judge just saying, like, absolutely not. Like, this, we're gonna continue on with this. That's something. Plaintiff's notice regarding the court's March 19th order requiring defendants to provide information. A few brief points to request the opportunity to respond further. First, there are already sufficient undisputed facts in the record and the public domain for this court to find that the orders are violated. Yeah, this is the thing. I said this earlier. I replied to somebody on Twitter about this. This judge is... Was it Destiny? I think it was. Yeah. Boasberg is simultaneously being a Giga Chad and the biggest cuck of the century. Bro, he is. It's like, it's good that he's just like not letting the government get out of this. Like, he's holding them to account in the sense that he's not letting them out of the case. They keep motioning to either vacate the TRO or just drop the case. And it's good that he's not letting them out of the case entirely or out of the TRO. But there is enough information in the public domain. You don't need to wait for the... Like, he's giving the government so much time to respond. You don't need to do that anymore. Like, it's done and over with. They violated the TRO. That is beyond dispute at this point. There is no disputing it. They violated the TRO. They absolutely did. Nothing they could say is going to change that. So you're just waiting for you're waiting for their response for what? Why? What are you waiting for them to say? They're not gonna. There's nothing they could say that gets them out of this. They violated the TRO. Now do what you were going to do. Whatever action you want to take. If you want to sanction them in some way, like, do it now. Like, what the fuck are we waiting for, Boasberg? That's who wrote this. Was it their Gallant or whatever is it? Yeah, Lee Gallant, their main attorney. Yeah, he's just like, bro, judge, all respect to you and respect to you and all, but Jesus fucking Christ, like, we got them. They're on the hook. We got them. Punish them. Holy fuck. Those facts include 2 new declarations submitted with this notice and referenced by undersigned counsel at the March 21 hearing. The first is from a Venezuelan woman who states, the government sought to remove her on Thursday, March 13th and Friday, March 14th. That on Saturday, March 15th, she was on one of the planes that landed in El Salvador. What's up, Skipper? Along with Venezuelan men, but she was ultimately brought back to the United States and detained because Salvadorian officials informed United States officials that their president would not take women. There were 7 other Venezuelan women who were returned with her, and that shortly after takeoff, she overheard discussions by government officials showing awareness of the court's order. The second declaration is from a Nicaraguan man who was also returned from El Salvador when officials realized he was not Venezuelan. These declarations are submitted to refute the government's contention that it was not feasible for the planes to bring anyone back. Holy mother of fuck, this is another thing. The government claimed in their response, like, listen, judge. Even if we wanted to bring them back, we couldn't have done it. It wasn't possible. Like, it wasn't even on the table. It couldn't be done. Well, that's weird, motherfucker. You brought back like 8 people. So how'd that happen if it wasn't feasible? Could it be because you're lying? Jesus. In addition, public information shows that 2 planes were still in the air when court issued both of its oral and written orders. Most significantly, based on information publicized by U.S. government officials and publicly available flight data, at least 2 flights took off during the hearing. One at 5:26 and the other at 5:45, and landed well after this court's written order had been filed. My God, like this is what I'm this is the point I'm making. This is the point I'm making. Ugh. All right. If the court does determine that class members were unlawfully removed in violation of the TRO, plaintiffs respectfully request that the court orders that class members be returned promptly to the United States. Plaintiffs note that both the United States and El Salvador have represented that El Salvador is acting at the behest of the United States government, and detention is directly paid for by the U.S. government. Oof. Oof. That's a fucking huge oof. That's true. They're just pointing that out, like, hey, the government has already said that they're paying for the detention, and B, El Salvador is acting on our order, at our behest. So, if you order them to come back, there should be no reason why they can't be returned. Finally, in light of the court's inquiries at the March 21st hearing about the significant gap in time between the proclamation signing and publication, plaintiffs note that there is now confusion as to when the proclamation was issued and whether the president signed it at all. Oh yeah, yikes! Other people handed it. Has done a great job. Yeah. This is a fat yikes. I wonder when we're gonna get a response to this. Because this is true. Like, there's enough evidence already that the government did violate this TRO, right? There's plenty of evidence. We're good. We don't need any more evidence. There's enough. So, theoretically, what is this? This is entry 55, so we'll keep checking this. If we happen to see a 56, we'll know some shit's going down. Speaker Mike Johnson responds to Atlantic story about Yemen war plans being inadvertently shared with reporter on Signal. They're going to track down and make sure that it doesn't happen again. Clearly, the administration has acknowledged it was a mistake, and they'll tighten up and make sure it doesn't happen again. Lol, official GOP response. Oopsie. Will Pierce Morgan cover this, and why is the answer LOL? No, obviously not. Based. Absolutely based. This is wild. Now, how do you know it's the SecDef? There's other people involved here. You're so mad because Pete Hegseth is SecDef. You can't see straight. Can't you see why you were never even thought about? You would be an embarrassment to the U.S. and would cause wars just like your sect did in the last 4 years, causing 2 wars. Go sit down. What the fuck? Yeah. Where's the fucking... that one, and then... Unhinged. Unhinged behavior. Oh, no shot! Oh, no, Hillary! Hillary! Oh, no! Oh, no, Hillary. You have got to be kidding me. Oh, Hillary's got to be more pissed than anyone right now. Yo, they made this woman sit through 8 fucking hours. They made her sit through like 8 hours of just being grilled. Absolutely fucking grilled and cooked. During congressional testimony. And then Pete Hegseth does that over, like, nothing, by the way. The email shit was a whole bunch of nothing. They made her sit through hours of fucking congressional testimony. And then Pete Hegseth, bro, she's gotta be furious. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, I'm fucking sick. This has gotta be like... This is legendary. This is legendary. Oh no, Hillary. Rip. Oh, no. Ah, man, if only I could be... If a Democrat did even 10% of what Trump has done, people would be lining the streets with pitchforks, yeah. That, 100%. Brother, if... I can't believe it. I wish I could be a fly on the wall when Hillary found out. That would be so sick. I wish I could have been in the room when Hillary found out about this shit. I just want to see her face. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Are we for real right now? They raked me over the coals for years. For years. Made me sit through all these fucking testimonies, and then this happens? Ugh. I'm sorry, Hillary. I am. Truly. Is this still accurate? Eh. Ish, yeah. I don't know about... This is... Yeah, this part needs to be changed. I think the Ukrainian flag needs to like continue on a little bit further. But then yeah, Destiny with Israel, yeah. These parts, yeah. Yeah, this part needs to be changed to Ukrainian. I don't think Hassan doesn't really support Hassan. I've never seen any evidence Hassan's on Russia's. I keep saying Hassan. I've never seen any evidence that Hassan is on Russia's side at all. So that part needs to probably be changed. But otherwise, yeah, that's yeah, pretty good. The National Security Advisor added the editor of The Atlantic to a Principals Committee text change set up for the Defense Secretary about planned military strikes. Yeah, someone should get fired. But will anyone get fired? Probably not. No, I think Hassan should definitely be rushed with all the misinformation he spouted when the conflict broke out, and now he fanboys for China. Was he like super heavy on misinfo when the war started? I don't watch this fucker's stream at all, or any of it. I don't watch anything he does, so I don't know. I don't know what he's up to, but I usually, like, when he says stupid shit, I see the clips on my timeline. But I don't think I've ever seen a clip of him like going for. I don't think I've ever seen a Hassan supporting Russia clip. I've seen thousands of Hassan supporting Houthis, Hamas, everything in between. I've seen thousands of those, but I've never seen a pro-Russia clip from him. Not that I can remember. Maybe I have and I just ignored it because I don't give a fuck about anything he does, but maybe. And then, like, Destiny's probably inching more towards the middle nowadays. He started the conflict definitely firmly in the Israeli camp, and then as time has gone on, he's like, "Oof, they keep doing goofy shit." Ooh. Nah, he's probably still pretty firmly on the Israeli side overall, but he'll give them shit when they do stupid stuff. Yeah, this is wild. I can't believe he left the text chain. But yeah, it's probably this. He probably left the text chain because he was like, I'm gonna get arrested if I stay here, knowingly. Oof. Is granted defendants and their respective officers, agents, servants, employees, and attorneys, and any person in active concert or participation with them are hereby fully enjoined from initiating administrative separation proceedings against plaintiffs based on their transgender status, and are further enjoined from enforcing or implementing any aspect of the orders as to the plaintiffs, and ordered that defendants immediately provide notice of this court's order to all relevant personnel. Stop them from removing trans service members. Air Force people. Got him. I am shocked. I am shocked. Just shocked, I tell you.
No, DOJ and FBI seems happy to take the word of Biden's lawyers.
It was more out of Hassan wanting to be right, not really pro-Russia. He still doesn't take accountability for his bullshit takes about the conflict with Russia. Okay, gotcha.
Which is why it does feel like it's so much different than what happened to Donald Trump.
Well, look, unless the FBI is paying those personal attorneys, they shouldn't be taking anybody's word but their own investigators in the DOJ.
No.
I mean, that's their job. Unless they're, getting paid. And if they are, that would be our money. So maybe we go deeper. I don't think they are. But what else would be the reason for why at this point you don't tap every place he's ever been since he left office as a senator 15 years ago, since you know some of the latest documents date back to then? Why aren't you now going every place he's been? And by the way, who else has been with all those papers? Maybe you have 1,000 places you need to go now, depending on how many hands touched them.
Yeah, I mean, he is the president of the United States, which does create complications. But it also increases the urgency. If the top man in the job was handled classified documents this flippantly for that long, why was that the case? Was it really that he didn't know? Because when you take something out of a skiff, if you're a senator, you know exactly what you're doing. You know exactly what you're doing.
You had to sneak it out.
And you're moving it. You had to sneak it out. Or someone gave it to you with the wrong protocol, which you were complicit in. And then you don't even know how many you have, and you've clearly hidden them from the public. You're the president of the United States. As was stated earlier by Governor Sununu, if at the very top there's no accountability, why should there be for Christian Saucier, the submariner who took photos in a submarine and didn't even show them to anybody, just had them, and they wanted to throw away the key on the guy? That's the two tiers of justice that exist. This is going to haunt the Biden campaign should he try to run. Because this connects dots to Hunter. This connects.
Absolute yikes. Yeah, the Democrats cannot let this go. Absolutely cannot. Yeah, this dude doesn't get to talk about anything anymore. You're done. Shut the fuck up, Pete. You're done. Didn't see them like that when Trump had mountains of classified documents in his bathroom and text messages proving he knew what he was doing was illegal. Yeah, but I mean, they'll defend anything he does, no matter what. No matter what. You know, like the Trump clip. You know the clip where he said, what did he say? What was his wording? He said, I could go out onto Pennsylvania Avenue and shoot somebody and not lose any votes. Isn't that what he said? I don't care, Sabrina. I don't care. This clip.
The people, my people are so smart. And you know what else they say about my people? The polls. They say, I have the most loyal people. Did you ever see that? Where I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay? It's like incredible.
Based and true. He could go shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and he would not lose any voters. They would defend it, actually. He would absolutely, they would justify the fuck out of it. And be like, oh, well, that, you know, honestly, that person should have got, that person deserved it. It's ridiculous. All right. I don't have anything left to talk about. I just hopped on here to talk about this fucking unhinged story. We have nothing else to talk about, nothing else to do today, unless something else comes out. That's pretty much it. Holy shit. I can't believe this is where we're here. Should I start making long form videos on stories? They'd lie and say the person he shot was a radical leftist transgender illegal alien. True and based. They absolutely would. Should I start making long form videos for YouTube about stuff like this, or just keep doing the shorts thing? Whenever these stories break, I just like make a short about it, like, or whenever something stupid happens, I just make a short. But I feel like that's not really good for the YouTube algorithm. I feel like the YouTube algorithm desires long form videos. I could just sit down and do the same thing that I do on TikTok, but like make it longer. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. I do make TikTok videos that I wish I could make them longer, but then I start looking at the runtime. Nobody wants to watch a 10-minute TikTok, right? Nobody wants to watch a 10-minute TikTok. No one gives a fuck. But some of these videos that I've made, I want to make them longer. Like, I want to make them way longer. Our country is being run by a criminal. And no, I'm not talking about the 34. This video was almost 3 minutes. I could have made this video 20 minutes. Talking about this story, this extortion shit was unhinged. It still is unhinged. I could have made this 30 minutes. I could have just sat here and talked about this forever. But, you know, you can't really do that on TikTok for shorts, right? So I wonder if I should start doing longer videos on YouTube. Like a weekly news summary. I don't know if I'd do like a weekly summary, because there's stuff that's like happens that I just don't care about. There's stuff that I'm not like I would do it over the stuff that I'm passionate about. The stuff that I really like and the stuff that I'm really into is like the law and order shit. When Trump breaks a law. Like this extortion shit he did was unbelievable. The whole JGG versus Trump case, like this entire court case, like I'm very invested. I love the law shit. I mean, I better. Obviously. It would be picked a weird educational path if I don't like the law. Anyway, yeah, all the like law related stuff. I think I would just I would narrow in on those. I disagree. That was totally believable, even expected. Oh yeah, based actually very believable and expected. True. The fucking extortion shit. Yeah. Yeah, I think I should. I think when crazy stuff like this happens, I should just sit down and just make a longer form video about it. Like, hey, here's everything you need to know about this. But I feel like they should be calmer than my shorts are. Like my shorts, like I'll get like real fucking excited. I'll be like, this motherfucker is a fucking goddamn criminal. Like I think the longer form video should be like more calm. Just like present the facts type shit. Or maybe not. Maybe I don't. Maybe like a million people already do that. That's what. Actually, no. I disagree with what I just said. That's what Pac-Man and Brian Tyler Cohen are for. These two fuckers. It's their job to calmly report the news. Okay, I'll leave my personality in there. Just fucking tweaking about stuff. I'll leave those parts in. All right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start doing that in the future. I think it's worth doing. Cool. Well, that's it for today. That is it for today. It's been fun. I'll be back tomorrow. I literally had nothing to do today. Today was a short stream. We'll be back tomorrow. Cover the news. Talk about shit. That's it. Have a good one. It's been real. See you later. Bye.